My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This breakdown is brought to you by Premium Membership. Premium Membership brings you all sorts of betting and fantasy tools to help you make money. Things like exclusive 2, 3, and 4 leg parlays, betting calculators, parlay calculators, daily fantasy ownership projections, fighter salary rankings, and so much more. Check it out now at WeWantPicks.com. Scroll to the top and click Become a Member. And don't forget, we are giving away $50. All you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, we send you $50. Next up, at UFC Vegas 59, we have Michal Oleksiejczuk taking on Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey's 33-17 overall. He is on a 7-fight winless streak, and he's taking on Michal Oleksiejczuk. He's 16-5 overall, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off a decision loss to an injured Dustin Jacoby. And Michal Oleksiejczuk is a very good striker with fast hands and a ton of pressure. He has power, but not a ton of power. Where he really separates himself from the pack is with his speed, because he is incredibly fast and literally beats most of his opponents to the punch. He's dangerous on his feet, but he does have grappling holes. He's coming off that loss to Dustin Jacoby, which is just not a good look, especially with Dustin's post-fight speech, because he talked about being injured and he just really shouldn't have been in that fight at all. He threw almost no leg kicks, and he was still able to win that fight and do some real damage to Michal. Sam Alvey, he gets a lot of leash with the UFC. He's on a pretty bad losing streak right now, but he's fun to watch, and he continues to get opportunities. He has deceiving power and very unorthodox striking. He can put you away with one of those weird looping shots, and he will always be in a fight. He is coming off that loss to Brendan Allen, which was surprising for 2 reasons. One, Sam Alvey won that first round. He beat Brendan Allen in that first round, and he looked pretty good. He seemed to even have Brendan in some trouble. And 2, he got rocked, and he got rocked pretty bad in the second round before being submitted. And that's surprising, because while he's on that miserable losing skid, he's always had a very solid chin, and he's a pretty durable guy. And even in that 7-fight winless streak, there's a few decisions in there that should have gone the other way. And again, he was always pretty durable. Michal is a -600 favorite now. This just keeps widening. He was a -500 favorite just last week. And while I get Sam Alvey hasn't won a fight since 2018, he is still a capable striker with 3 lifetimes worth of experience. Michal's going to be my pick here, because even though he looked bad in that fight with Jacoby, he's still lightning fast. And we saw Alvey's chin start to just fade a little bit in that last fight. So I like Michal to touch up Alvey, stay on the outside, and survive any of the crazy Sam strikes. But typical Sam Alvey fight, I will be rooting for him, and I would gladly get this pick wrong just to see Sam Alvey get a win before he gets out of the UFC. Jakey boy.
Yeah, so this isn't going to be real popular. Sam Alvey's going to win this fight. And I'll tell you, the disrespect that is going on for Sam Alvey is just absolutely absurd. Because that dude is in every single fight. He's not Cowboy. He's not these other guys that just look like they're tailing off and getting the shit beat out of them, knocked out every single fight. This dude's putting up real fights and losing split decisions versus real competition. The guy lost a split decision to Ryan Spann. Went to a draw with Da-Un Jung, who everyone thought was going to knock the head off of Dustin Jacoby, which you guys are a bunch of clowns for thinking that. But everyone thought Da-Un Jung was going to be like the next guy. Smiling Sam Alvey went to a split decision draw with him, went to another split decision with Wellington, so he could have easily been 3-2 in his last 5 fights. You go to whatever this guy's name is, Michal, and he could easily be, he's got a split decision, he could easily be 1-4 in his last 5 fights, losing a decision of Dustin Jacoby, who was fighting with one knee, no cardio, couldn't throw kicks. He is a volume puncher that just tries to overwhelm people for decision wins. He has no power in his hands. I know he's got finishes, but they're not like big knockout finishes. They're more volume TKO finishes. He's going to be the pressure fighter. Sam Alvey's going to have his back against the cage. He's going to throw that fucking heat that he throws, that cock back right hand, and he's going to land it on Michal's chin and knock him the fuck out is what's going to happen in this fight. And you mentioned the chin of Sam Alvey in his last fight. He got clipped by Brendan Allen, dropped to his knee, and was immediately scrambling back to his feet. It wasn't one of those like, back and then just absolutely finished. He was scrambling back to his feet, but then Brendan Allen, being who he is, jumped on his back. And once Brendan Allen's on your back, that's going to be an issue for anyone. But Sam Alvey, man, he is competitive in every single fight. He is tough as shit, and the dude still throws heat. And if you look at his Instagram, the dude looks like he's working hard. It looks like he's still in shape. This is going to be his send-off UFC fight. I think he comes in guns blazing, throwing those big paws, and knocks out Michal in the first round. I have a money line bet on Sam Alvey at plus 450. I've never seen the disrespect for Sam Alvey I've ever seen in my life. This is unreal. He's going to get this win. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Come back here on Sunday and say thank you, Jacob.
Listen, I hope you hit it, right? You hit the Ludovic Klein lock of the week. That was plus 350 or 375. This would be, if you hit, I don't even know if he's your lock of the week, but if you hit this, regardless, you could just not do the
Look at the chat. I can't, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, Jacob's going to screenshot the chat because you're all trashing the pick. I think Sam Alvey loses. I love Sam. I hope he wins. I do think Michal is just a little too fast for him, but all right, stop. That sound is so annoying. You really are taking stop. See, you threw me off. Anyway, I agree with everything you said, but I'm a normal human being and not overacting, so I will scale it back quite a bit. And I think Sam is dangerous. Sam is very tough, and Michael has no power in his hands. I do think Michael wins it just with speed and volume on the outside. I think that's all this is. Anyway,
people that think that he's going to come in and just knock out Sam Alvey,
I think the odds are atrocious. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the odds are atrocious. Granted, getting rocked against Brendan Allen is concerning. And listen, we have a premium membership. If you go to WeWantPicks.com, scroll to the top, click become a member. We put our bets out early. I do a safety parlay. We put our bets out literally weeks in advance, days, depending on what we like when we see it. Michal's odds last week were much better. Much better. I had odds up there, bets up there for Michal last week where he was like a minus 400 favorite. Now he's 600. That's just way too much. Minus 400,
he lost to a guy with no legs in his last fight. Michal lost to a guy with no legs.
Okay. Anyway, are you going to have Sam in your DraftKings lineup at $6,900?
You goddamn right I am.
Okay. Monkey Knife Fight Strike Line, 29-51. I think it's more. Straight up more. Both of these guys can land. Sam is very tough. I think that's a very low line for Sam. I like more there. You agree?
Yeah, Sam just needs a 1.
Okay, so do you agree it's more?
But it probably is more.
Yeah, okay. So if you want to check that out, go to WeWantPicks.com/MKF. Monkey Knife Fight is daily fit. It's the dumbest name in fantasy sports, but it is a fantastic game. All you need to do is say more or less on these strike lines, and you could triple your money. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit up to $100. Take that free money, throw it on the more in this line.